Hello everybody, welcome to Orkney. I'm Rosslyn. Happy International Gamebook Day! It's the 27th of August, which means that I am 44 and this, to a lesser extent this, because it's a reprint, but this is 43 today. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, having been made on the 27th of August 1981, exactly 1 year after I was published. And I am a limited first edition, I've got to say, I think this one's the first edition too, isn't it? It's quite nice, that. We're not here for that, though. Everyone here's here for one reason. This ain't a bait and switch talking about warlocks and firetops and mountains. We're here to see if I can actually escape the vampire's lair. I mean, Dave Morris wants to know. It's a bloody good question. It started off kind of almost like, ho, it's just the title of the book, but now it's like, I've died twice, and at least one of those was a humiliating, stupid death. Should have known better. Very imprudent there. Anyway, just died a second time, sorry, spoiler. But you really should have watched the first two episodes if you didn't want mild spoilers. So I'm now on life 3. So the question actually is, can I even escape this thing? I mean, clearly I can't do it without dying. But I have several good keywords. Code words are Primrose, Bodiless and Sycorax going forward. I will use 2 lifelike, say. And I have 2 lanterns and a crucifix. Sorry, I'm just leaning forward to look at my shuggled together little character sheet there. And we're just going to crack on from paragraph 3 to 5. I'm pushing a stone altar aside because I've heard creepy noises. I couldn't tell if they were coming from behind me or down below, but I figured the chances of... Just getting my pen. Chances of the sealed tomb being more likely to have the zombies than outside was less. Turns out I were wrong, but we're going to see that. Sorry, but this isn't a spoiler. We did this piece at the end of the last one, so it's just kind of a recap. Right, so without further ado... With a final burst of effort, you shunt the altar stone right across. You realise your mistake too late. You've uncovered a flight of steps leading to the ancient tombs. Pouring up from the depths comes a horde of withered ghouls wrapped in foul-smelling shrouds. With ragged claws and yellow, snapping teeth, they bear you to the ground and begin to feast. That's a nasty one. It's not a nice death. And I approve of that. You know, the Fight and Fantasy books tend to chicken out on this one. They just go, if you win the battle, bloody-blue. Meant to just figure out that you've snuffed it and just sod off if you die. Get glorious deaths in this book. Nice one, Dave. Dave's a really nice guy and a really good writer, incidentally, so I will be checking out loads of his stuff today and on other days. He is fab. Anyway, here's me just stalling because I'm getting hideously raked with ragged claws and these snapping teeth are gnashing away, you know. I'm on the ground, they're feasting, it's bad news, I know what's coming. No point holding it off. Sooner it's over with, the sooner we can get on with the next life, eh? We're just doing a recap here. Getting heckled by Dave, he says it is never a good idea to accept an invitation to dinner from a horde of ghouls. I mean, technically I didn't, but fair play. Whatever I did, I don't remember. I pushed a thing aside. It's on me then. Right, anyway, it says you're liable to end up being one of the courses. Evidently true. Still, you don't have to go home in a doggy bag. That's plus side. Every cloud has got a silver lining. That's a good way to think of it. Could be worse. So he wants to know, do I want to continue the adventure or just give up? Because that's the thing, it's got a whole, can you do it with just one life thing? Rather than, you died, sod off. It sort of lets you continue like I'm doing, I'm on my 3rd life. And it's sort of like a different way of getting you to do a perfect playthrough, but it seems more positive in this book. I like it. I will do this kind of thing when I write adventures, I think, rather than just... If you win the thing, this, nothing is said if you die, and, you know, If you die, clear off also once. Just nah. I really like how this is done. It's so user-friendly. Anyway, spinning a life 280. And at this point, I'll really crack on and stop piffling. Oh my god, we're already 5 minutes in. I should stop piffle off, you know what I mean? Right. The ghouls just don't find you appetising enough. After gnawing on you disconsolately for a few minutes, they give up and shuffle back down to their catacombs. You could almost feel sorry for them, if not for one ghoul who spits out a piece of your ear like it was a chunk of gristle. Ugh. Feeling a little worse for wear, you stagger back to the corridor and continue on to the room at the end. Let's check that one out. Right. You see a passage leading off the far end of a long gallery. Along the gallery are portraits of the Tenebris family line. Each looks more depraved than the last. According to a copper plaque, the final portrait is of the 13th count. His face is just so nakedly evil. I guess that's this guy on this side. Anyway, so nakedly evil that you gasp aloud. And for those just listening, we've got two portraits, two or three. One closest to us looks proper nasty, yeah? A really nasty vampire or something, I would say, yeah? Just as a guess, eh? Not a nice looking bloke. You're so intent on the portraits that you almost trip over a body on the floor. It's a knight in a rusting cuirass and helmet. He's been dead a long time, and the corpse is covered with dust, but his sword has not rusted. It gleams in your lantern light. Don't want to take the sword or no? I mean, yeah, gonna grab the swag, I think. A few taste strokes are enough to tell you that this is a really fine sword. It's nicely balanced and still razor sharp. Add the sword, and I'm doing this, to your list of items. Reassured by the weight of a good weapon at your side, you make your way along the gallery and down the passage beyond. The passage is a hall of mirrors, all mounted on casters and lined up along the walls on either side. It's a weird feeling to see an infinite number of reflections of yourself, all nervously bearing a lantern into the darkness ahead. You pause to look at yourself. How long have you been in the vampire's lair? An hour? 2? It's true, it's been about that. And I don't know how long for them, probably longer, than for us. They've been there a while. And yet already, you can see the effects of continual gnawing fear. The nervous twitch of your lips, the haunted eyes, the gaunt face. As you press on, you hear soft footsteps close behind you. A faint, eager breathing. Cold breath tickles your neck. You can almost sense pale fingers reaching for you. Surely somebody or something is right at your heels. And yet glancing to one side, you can see nobody's reflection apart from your own. Oh, it's getting creepy over here. Oh, no, I'm not scared to death. It's getting bad. Right, if I'm carrying either, ooh, I'm getting loot checked. Do I have either a sword or a crucifix? Oh, I'm swagged up. I'm all over this. Going forth with my crucifix in my left hand, my very pointy sword in my other. A chill runs down your spine and you can feel the hairs standing up on the back of your neck. There's something behind you for sure. Even if it doesn't cast a reflection, you have to do something. But what? Do you turn and face it? Use an item? Try something clever? It makes it sound like the first two options are so stupid. Turning and face it is a bit... Turn and face is a bit dumb. Okay. Use an item? I mean, again, I've got a sword, a crucifix, lantern. I've just been lantern and sword checked for one of the... You know... Try something What's clever? Okay, let's try something clever if it's an option. I don't even have to think of what's more clever than that. Let's see what's up. You have an idea, just a hunch. I'm glad my character's got a hunch. It's worth trying. As you walk on... Oh, I would not have thought of this. Wow. As you walk on, you nudge each mirror with your foot as you pass it. The mirrors are on casters, so they easily swivel out of line. Soon dozens of mirrors are pointing in different directions. Instead of a single line of infinite reflections on either side, you now see yourself duplicated at hundreds of different angles. The creature behind you stops. Confused. You hear it lunge at one image after another, only to come up short against the glass of the mirrors. Meanwhile, you hurry on to the end of the passage. You come to a high-ceilinged dining hall. The oak table is thick with dust, and cobwebs veil the goblets of... I mean, it says wine, but is it? I don't know. Anyway, wine that has been left there. We're being told wine. This sounds gross. Anyway, we ain't nobody drinking that, quote marks. Wine, gross. Steps lead up from either side of the room to doors high in the opposite wall. Between the two sets of steps hangs a painting of a forester with a longbow. As you enter, the figure in the painting raises his bow and shoots, and here he is. He looks lithe, and he's dressed like a cheesy archer and everything. He's aiming at us. At me. What the... Oh dear. Right, the arrow that tears past you and embeds itself in the wall is real. He's drawing another arrow. Think fast. Will you dive for cover or throw a goblet of wine at the painting? I think splashing some wine... We getting kind of led by the nose here, I feel like. But I'm here for the story. This is great. Wine splashes over the painting and causes the colours to run together. The figure readies another arrow and shoots, but his aim is now blurred and the shot goes wide. You aren't going to hang around to give him another chance. You have to get up the steps to one of the doors before he can reload. Do I just want to go left or right? I mean, I usually go right in this situation where it's arbitrary seeming. So I'm going to do that. Let's go to 69 there, paragraph. Right, here's one of those moments when it could be handy to found an item. Just getting sword checked. Yep or nope, do I have a sword? And I do. Right, the door leads into a small room that reeks of beer and stale sweat. Lying on a straw pallet is a burly man in a Cossack tunic, drinking from a wineskin. Why am I being sword checked? Didn't he quite get that? Was there something a bit weird? Anyway, maybe it's something to do with it was glowing or magical. Don't know. Right, anyway, this geezer's drinking from a wineskin. He's between you and the door on the far side of the room. As he focuses on you, the bleariness in his eyes changes to a glare of fury. He's reaching for his axe. Right, I'm getting sword checked in advance rather than now, so it's nice and exciting. Right, do I kill him with the sword or run past him? Give him a stab. Give him a wee poke. He will not like it up him, will he? But he's getting it. So we're getting to decide. Just give a... Right up there, right. Oh, it doesn't even cover it. I just do get to narrate that bit. I thought it was going to tell us something more sensible that I do. Oh well then, that's done. You search the Cossack's room. His axe is too heavy for you and the wine smells rancid. But you do find a piece of soft cheese and a few cloves of garlic. No feast, but at least you won't starve. Nice one. Oh, I take it I don't eat it right now. It says that seems to be all that's worth taking. Okay. Ah, that might be good. If we do get to take it. If they're separate especially and not mixed together. Right, I've put down, I forgot to write soft first. I've put cheese bracket soft and I've got garlic on there. Yeah, nice. Right then. So, no feast, but at least you won't starve, it's true. That was getting risky. We've been in here for hours. That seems to be all that's worth taking. You open the door and step into the passage beyond. Well, it's just telling me to make sure I've added them. I've done that. You continue along the passage until it emerges into a gallery with empty iron torch brackets along the walls. Looking to your left, you see that the gallery ends in a door with a gold handle in the shape of an open hand. To the right, the gallery twists on out of sight. So do I try the door or turn right along the gallery? I mean, it's an interesting door. You've got to try a door in these things, Ken. Get a wee look. Have a wee peek inside at least. Right. You step through the doorway into a room tiled in black and white. A very old man in scholar's robes sits at a table. Oh, he's got a wee spelling mistake there. Wrinkles instead of wrinkled, I think. Oh no, with wrinkles we've got. I thought it said his face is so creased and wrinkled, but no, misread it. My bad. His face is. It's because I was peeking at the picture. I'll stop getting myself distracted. I'll show you this. He's quite distracting though. Look at this guy. The illustrations in this are brilliant. Did I forget to tell you who done the illustrations in this? Let me look it up. I don't actually know. I usually say at the start of these. Okay, you'll have to excuse me. It's the middle of the night, but I wanted to do this before I fell asleep. It's part 3. Didn't want to kick off Gamebook Day on my birthday, stuck in a flippin' vampire's crypt. I wonder what it says. I must say at the start and I've missed it. I need to slow down and actually read things. It says right there, got to plug it right. Interior illustrations by Leo Hardis. I think it says on the back, does it? If it's no him. Maybe it's him that done the front too. Anyway, this is him. Creepy chase guy. Looks creepy. Anyway. Yes, we've got this guy. His face is so creased with wrinkles that it might have been stitched from pieces of leather. His deep sunken eyes are like tiny glass beads. In front of him is a chessboard with its pieces laid out ready for a game. He says nothing, just slowly raises a hand. As he does, a cloud of moths rise from his robes. Oh, that doesn't sound normal. Sounds kind of magical and gross. Okay. You have the uncanny feeling that he has sat here unmoving for years, waiting for an opponent. Okay. I mean, we've all been there with some games, but I just move on to another when you gotta suck it up, bro. Okay. Oh, come on. He gestures at the board. He's challenging you to play him at chess. We've got one game can't hurt or turn back and go along the gallery. This is going to be a good way to die, but I've got too much curiosity. Yeah, sure, one game. Yeah, no, what's the worst that could happen? Hashtag YOLO. Could be good as well. Who knows? I just feel like he's been there for ages. And there are loads of games that I wish people would play with me and they won't. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get anyone to play me multiplayer at Katamari Damacy or VR Wipeout, probably. Do you want to play either of those? Hit me up, lol. You know what I mean? It's tricky. Even multiplayer Ascension, and it's a bloody good card game, but oh well. Cracking on, we're no here about that. Seems we're not immediately dead. But I'm bringing you into this with my crap choices. Makes me feel better. Anyway, I'm not immediately dead. Right. You size up your opponent across the board. He has given you the white pieces, and so the first move. I'm assuming it's chess, but didn't I say? You reach out, intending to bring your knight into play. But everything whirls and you cannot focus on the board. The walls loom in close, then swim away. You find yourself on a flat plane of black and white, like a giant chessboard. You're surrounded by fog, but you get a sense of a battle raging. You can hear, muffled shouts, cries of pain, the clatter of hooves, and the harsh ring of sword against shield. 3 enemy fighters are charging towards you out of the mist. One is a powerful armoured figure wielding a 2-handled sword. Another is a cleric with a chainmail tabard under his priestly robes. The third is a squat peasant warrior with a flat metal helmet and a pike. You can rush in to face one of them in single combat. Which will it be? Powerful armed figure, number 1, right? He's got a 2-handed sword too. Number 2, priestly robe wearing cleric with a sneaky chainmail tabard under there, but it's all defensive. It's not as tough as the first guy. Otherwise, we've got some shit-sounding squat peasant warrior guy with a flat metal helmet and a pike. I mean, I have to rush in to face one of them in single combat, and this wasn't my idea. I mean, we'd have to pick the pawn in front of them we're rushing in, right? None of these can move forwards. Knight's going in L shape, bishops go diagonally, pawn only would go... Maybe not the pawn. Where am I at? It's not really said. Can I do en passant? It's not going to be that. It's got to be the pawn. We know what I'm talking about if you didn't really ken chess. Don't want to smite the knight, bash the bishop. I like how he's put it. Smite the knight, I like the rhyming. Bash the bishop, lovely alliteration. Own the pawn, again rhyming. Sweet. Own the pawn? Am I being set up? I feel like I'm being set up, but maybe it's for folk who don't know chess. To your surprise, instead of lunging at you with his pike, the peasant soldier holds it ready to strike and challenges you with a riddle, saying, I am quiet, but my home rarely is. I am swifter, but I sometimes tire, and my home never does. Often I rest while my home runs on. If we were parted, that would mean my death. What am I? I'll have to come back to it, but let's read the wee end bit. If you can solve the riddle, he will concede defeat. If you get the wrong answer, though, he'll run you through. Does seem fair. Right, what will you reply? And write it down, he says, so you can't change your mind. That's a key thing to make players do, because we'll all pretend we haven't really decided and cheat and stick our finger in and... You know what I mean? It's all a thing. So, write it down. So, I'm quiet. My home rarely is... Wait, is it a number? No, writing a number... It's not a number, you're just writing the answer down. Oh, quiet, but my home rarely is. Swifter, but sometimes tire, and my home never does. The home's noisy and loud. And not very fast. They're quiet and fast, but get shagged out. They rest while their home runs on. They die if they were parted. I mean, there's a type of Pokemon that sproings up and down. It's called a sproink, but I don't think it's that. I don't know the answer. I'm not... I can't do any video editing either, so I can't even sit and think for 10 minutes and fast forward it or anything. You get all of just me keeping it real here. I don't know though, I mean it's getting on for 25, 26 minutes, but it's not really the end of an episode, and I don't think I'm going to get it, to be honest, but I think I'm just going to have another amazing death, to be honest. Kind of seen it coming when I started the game, to be honest. I really don't know what it is. I'm quiet, but my home rarely is. I'm swifter, sometimes tired. I keep thinking of snails. It's not that, is it? Home runs on... Charger? A charger? No, a generator. Generator? I am quiet, my home really is. An electric car? Generator? It's not that. It's what I'm writing down. He told me to write it down. It's not going to be that. This is a fantasy story. I'm just following the rules. He made me write it down, my weird answer. I can't think what else it is. I'm quiet. They're quiet. Oh no, the electric car's in it. Fuck. No, wait, what am I thinking? Is it electric cars? I've not even got this right. Shit. Electric cars are quiet. Their home rarely is. It makes a racket. Have you been next to one? It's a pain in the arse if you're doing Pokemon Go or something. Right. They're swifter, because it just stands there charging them. They sometimes tire, their home never does. See, that's kind of mints already. I'm just thinking they've always got electric going through them. It's already a stretch. Often I rest while my home runs on. You know what I mean? Same thing. If we were parted, that'd mean my death. Like, so it's going to conk out, but then you could just plug it in at your house. It's a shit answer. It's not going to be that I'm getting stabbed, but I tried. I gave it a game effort. We're going to 79 and getting stabbed, I think. Oh, the answer was... We're getting a big spoiler here. Plug your ears in until, like, if 10 seconds or something. Like, you know, if you go on play this and do this puzzle... You know what I mean? The answer is... So you can skip. It says, so what's your answer to the riddle? If you said a heart... Turn to 33. I don't know. If you said anything else, see, that's more a normal thing for this. Death 3 is upcoming. I psychically predict. Oh, it says, you've been trolled, Dave. I love you. Anyway, smart, because that wasn't the right answer to the riddle, lol. He doesn't say lol, I'm lolling, but still. What was, though? It says, if you reply to fish... Or nah. It's just like, do you think it's a fish? Nah, he's not going to say electric car. I don't think it was a fish, though. Fish? I mean, these are all so much better than my idea. Okay, yes. It's like a dream. I was trying to work out if I died or what I should write down, or I needed a moment. It's like a dream. One moment you're struggling for your life on the fog-shrouded battlefield. The next all sounds of warfare have ceased. You're standing quietly on a board of black and white squares. See, it sounded like that was the right answer. I was like, it's not one of those? What is going on? I was so confused. But yeah, cracking on. You try to look up, but you can't move. Not your head, not your limbs. Not even your eyes. A huge leathery face looms out of the air. Peering down at you is the old man. Oh, hang on, maybe I can peer down at you. Let me see if I can loom a bit better. Hang on. Right. Huge leathery face looming out of the air. Is that a bit better? Right. This isn't creeping you out. You're not too creeped out by this. It's not creepy, right? It's okay, right? So a huge leathery face looms out of the air. I'll try and peer down at you now. Peering down at you is the old man. He's become a giant. No, that's not it. It's you. tricky to do this, actually. I'll have to sit back a bit, but I'll try and get closer and loom a bit, right? So you've shrunk to the size of one of the chess pieces. A huge hand descends and scoops you up. And the next thing you know, you're being dropped into the box along with the other pieces. It's checkmate for you, unless you want to spend a life and continue the adventure. I mean, I do. I've already marked it down. Yeah. Used up 3 lives now. My 3rd one. Dang. 2, 3. No, I've had 3 deaths. I mean, yeah, 1, 2. Used 3. I'm on my 4th one. Dang, Eddie, dang. I'm not doing well here, am I now? Oh, yeah. I definitely want to spend a life. Like, so you do get the option to start again, cross everything off. No keywords, reset everything, just start the game again. But I'm taking the L and sucking it up. Like a vampire sucking on somebody with hypoglycemia. It's not the best, but well. So, I'm going to read the next little bit and then go on back and start the next episode from there. I'm just the very top, I'll say. I wake up lying on the floor of the gallery outside the Grand Master's room, deciding that maybe chess is not my game. So I just pick myself up and goes from there. I am gonna say bye-bye for now, though. I hope that you all have greatly enjoyed part 3 of... I mean, I've still not answered it. Can I even manage it? Can I even... Is it possible? Can I don't know. I said I could to begin with, or gave the impression I could. There are people out there. They could have watched a film in this length of time and I'm still not out, so... Hopefully I can do it. In part 4! I hope to see you then.